Everybody, and welcome to the channel Dual Sport Mostly. On this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Orthrus Dual Sport Adventure helmet. I will start off by saying that Orthrus did send me this helmet to try out, but all thoughts and opinions are my own. I'm not just going to give them a good review because they sent me the helmet. So let's get into it here. So this is the X100 version of the helmet. So basically it comes in two versions. The X100 is basically just this color scheme. It is this black and gray. It almost looks black on if you look at it on Amazon.com, and I'll put the link in Amazon for both the helmets and visors here. But it almost looks black, but this is what you'll be getting if you get the X100. It is black and gray, and it's a sharp looking helmet. It looks good. So it has very some sharp lines on it. Looks good. You know, it has a very motocross design, which I like very much. So it looks very good. For a street bike, you know, or street adventure helmet. So it looks really cool. Then the other version they have is pretty much the same thing, but it is in Halo color scheme. So they call it the Halo version. But like, you know, Halo the video game, it's got like a gold lens, and it's green and goldish around the rest of the helmet. So they call that the Halo version. So I did see this helmet is right now I think it's only $89 on Amazon. They go from $89 to like $100, so it is a very affordable helmet, I'd say. So it's definitely on the lower price range, but I'd say the quality is it's very good for the price range, I would say. Couple things to note with the helmet. So I've had it for a couple weeks here, so a couple weeks of riding. I've got a good amount of riding on it, so I feel like I can give it a good honest review on it. But basically, a couple things to note. So as far as the lenses go, I can't speak on the other one, but I assume it's probably just as dark for the Halo lens. The lens is pretty dark it's too dark for nighttime, I'm gonna say. it's completely fine for the daytime, but it's just too dark for the nighttime. So pretty much I've taken it out in the morning a couple times, you know, 5 a.m. Before the sun comes up around here. And yeah, it's just too dark. So they do have a clear lens I've seen on there. So I'm going to put the link in there for the clear lens as well. But I would recommend, if you're going to be riding at nighttime, evening, or whatever, that you get that clear lens as well. And there's another reason I would say get the clear lens added onto it. I think it was just 15 bucks. But another reason for that is, so you got this lens is pretty dark, but you also have this feature here too. So it has these shades that come down. Let me get closer there. So easy to activate, just right on the side. So you can reach up, just one hand activation, and drop those shades down. So if you had the clear lens, you know, and you come into a sun patch, you just drop those down. So that's what I would recommend with it. I would just recommend getting the clear lens, so you know you can ride at night. Otherwise, I feel like it's almost like bordering like unsafe to ride at night because it's just so dark. But during the day, completely fine, just with the regular, you know, mirror lens on there, and it looks cool. Besides it looking cool, it is cool, and not by, you know, like cool, but like it's a cool helmet by ventilation, like so not just by looks. So as far as the ventilation goes, I feel like this helmet runs very cool, which I really like about it for, you know, summertime riding, you know, riding around town, or, you know, going out on the trail. So that's what I would recommend this helmet for, is, you know, kind of more like around town riding than like heading out to the trails, because it's got vents here. It's got, you know, vents across the top, like right above. It's kind of hard to tell here. It's just right above the lens there. There's two vents that burn a lot of air in, and it's also got these two vents right here, vents out the back. It's got vents on the side, and it's got, you know, your standard mouth vent there, and a lot of air flows through this helmet, so I'll tell you that much. So almost so much so that you probably wouldn't want to ride, you know, I'd say without anything extra, like, you know, those like head sock deals, in you know, cold weather with it, like, you know, 30 degrees or whatever. I feel like it probably would be too cool. I've only ridden with it in warmer weather, and I really like it. So that's what I would kind of recommend it for. But I could say, like, with the amount of air I could feel flowing, you know, around my head, which is nice for the warmer weather, of course, I do feel like that could be a negative in the cold weather. I feel like it would just be a cold helmet in the colder weather. So that's why I recommend it for the warmer weather, and I've only ridden it in the warmer weather. So that's all I can really say to it. But it is very nice for that. So I mean, I'm good with it. So, I mean, I feel like a nice summer helmet, cruising around town, cruising out to the trails, even going like 15 miles an hour on the trails. It's flowing a lot of air through there, so I really like that about it. And then speaking about that, on airflow, so I've given it, regular in-town tests to, some freeway tests, a little bit extended freeway riding, and I guess going up to 80 miles an hour, it gets pretty noisy. I'd say going up in the 80 mile an hour range. So you might want to just take that into consideration when choosing this helmet. That's a little noisy in the 80 mile an hour range. I'd say 65, 60s is not too noisy, and you're getting a lot of airflow through there. So the airflow it doesn't stop. So I mean, you get a good amount of airflow in there, which I feel like is nice again in the warmer weather. But if you're getting in the colder weather, you're gonna be cold. I think. But that's one of the things that I like about it, though. But yeah, like I was saying, so the 80 mile an hour test, it gets a little loud, but I mean, it doesn't pull on you too much from the visor, which I feel like is good. So I have, I got another adventure helmet, and I feel like it pulls less than that helmet, I would say even. And the helmet is light overall, so it's nice, for off-road riding, so I mean, it's not that like heavy on your head, weighing you down. So I feel like it's great for that as well. What else could I say about it? So as far as sizing goes, I got a large. I'm a large about just about every other helmet. That's why I for helmet size, and it fits good. I've read in the reviews that some people say it runs on the small side. I could somewhat agree with that, but not fully. It fits my head good. It's just a little bit tighter around like the jawline area, just on the side. Basically where the cheek pads are right here. It's just a little tight there, but I feel like a large is still the right size, and it's comfortable. I mean, I'm comfortable riding with it for a good amount of time. So I'm good with the large size. A couple other things with it. What else has it got here? So as far as the chin strap is a different style chin strap than I'm used to here. So pretty much it just goes together like this and releases like that. So really easy to take on and take off the helmet. I mean, this thing goes on quick, so yeah, put it on instead of like, your normal helmet where you're like, going around doing your loopy thing. Just put it on like that, it's done. And then you grab this, just release it, and that's it. So I mean, overall, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. It does feel good and secure. It doesn't feel like it's like gonna come off or anything in an accident. So I actually like that chin strap on it a lot easier than your traditional motorcycle chin straps. Where you got a little loopy thing. I don't know what you call it exactly, but you know what I'm talking about. Just on your standard helmet. So I find that like a nice extra feature. Overall, I really like the helmet. When I first got it, opened it up out of the box, it did have I don't know, that new car smell, new helmet smell was pretty strong. I will just note that. But after a few days of using it and riding with it, that's pretty much gone. So it doesn't smell like that anymore. so it's good. But overall, I mean, I feel like for $100 helmet, I mean, it's a great deal. I don't think you can really beat the deal on it. So I feel like great $100 helmet. You don't really got to worry about it. If you scratch it, whatever, drop it. It's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. That's what I like about some of the less expensive things. So like $100 helmet, for example. That's something I really like about it. Get it scratched up, hit some tree branches, whatever. It's like, it's not the end of the world. You can get another one if you need to, or whatever. You're not too worried about it. Versus some of these like $900 helmets is like, I'd be really paranoid if I damaged one of those. So yeah. Anyway, so my overall review of it, I like the helmet. I feel like it is good. What it's good for would be summer, slower riding, basically, around town, trails. That's what I like it for, basically. Longer freeway rides, long term like that. Winter, I don't like it as much for that. So yeah, more summer slower riding. I feel like it's a great helmet, great for around town, just popping over to the store or whatever really quick, just cruising around town or cruising out to the trails real quick. This is the helmet I'm gonna take with me. It's nice and flow. The air flows through it very nicely for all that. But overall, I feel like it's a great helmet for. You can't beat the deal. $100 and under. I feel like it's a great deal for that. That's pretty much it. I do want to thank you for watching this video today. I hope you found this helmet video helpful. If you did find it helpful, please just give me a like. Also, I'll be doing more dual sport reviews, but this channel is more about the DR650, and I do a lot of modifications on the DR650, and I'm doing those every other week. So I'm doing gear reviews, but also DR650 modification videos. So if you want to see more of that, just subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.